Narendra Modi arrived in Canada to participate in the G7 summit. He received a warm welcome. This, in fact, is the 51st G7 summit chaired by the new Canadian Prime Minister. Prime Minister Modi was invited by Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney, and this is his first visit to Canada in a decade, and a crucial one, as during Trudeau's tenure, the relations between both the countries nosedived. In 2023, Trudeau alleged a potential Indian link to the killing of pro-Khalistani separatist Hardeep Singh Nijjar. There is an expectation, viewers, of a reset in the frosty relations between both the countries with new Prime Minister Mike Carney. Now, Carney's invitation signaled the intent to repair ties. Remember, last year in October, India recalled its High Commissioner and 5 other diplomats. India also expelled an equal number of Canadian diplomats at that time. And India, we know, is not a member of the G7, but is regularly invited. India has been part of 11 G7 summits, and this is the 6th consecutive G7 summit that Prime Minister Modi is attending. You can see visuals of him attending other G7 summits in the past on your screens. Now, this also reflects, viewers, India's growing importance in the world. Now, talking about this G7 summit and Prime Minister's visit, during his 2-day visit to Canada, Prime Minister Modi is also expected to hold several bilateral meetings on the sidelines of this summit. An important one is going to be with Canadian Prime Minister Mike Carney. The issues New Delhi could raise include concerns over Khalistan extremism and how Trudeau in the past dragged India in Hardeep Nijjar killing without any evidence. Now, this bilateral is expected around 4:10 a.m. June 18th. Now, next key bilateral is going to be between Prime Minister Modi and Ukrainian President Zelensky. Remember, India has maintained a balanced stance on Russia-Ukraine conflict while advocating for dialogue and diplomacy to resolve the crisis. And then there is going to be Prime Minister's bilateral with Germany's new Chancellor. Now, that's going to be another important meeting to watch out for. Lastly, the bilateral with Italian Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni is going to be extremely important as well. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Modi was warmly welcomed by the members of the Indian diaspora in Canada. The expectation is that this visit will become a turning point in strained India-Canada relations. Listen in to the members of the Indian diaspora. By the way, as per some reports, Khalistani groups plan to disrupt Prime Minister Modi's visit to Canada for G7 summit as well. Listen in to members of the Indian diaspora.
वो मिस्टर कार्नी की रिक्वेस्ट पे आ रहे हैं. In other words कि G7 को इंडिया की ज़रूरत है. इंडिया नहीं कह रहा कि मुझे आना है. So that's the first thing. वो यहाँ आ रहे हैं and कार्नी जो है वो पूरा बिजनेस लीडर एग्जीक्यूटिव है. सो ही अंडरस्टैंड्स, वो समझता है कि कैसे बिजनेस करना है. नॉट ओनली पॉलिटिक्स इज देयर.